I already got mine going. Somebody check the feed.
Check it right out.
For result. That's it. Let's get it going.
Open up horizontal. Yeah, I'll do so.
Hey, you know what they're saying? Come on, stop stalling.
All right. Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis Camp of the Great Millstone. We're here to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yoshai, Hashem, Kokadosh. Double honors to our apostles and elders of the Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth. They be like unto the speckled bird, also known as the Israelite foreigners, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and they are as follows. The tribe of Judah, the so-called Negroes. The tribe of Benjamin, the so-called West Indians. The tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians. The tribe of Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. The tribe of Zebulon, the so-called Guatemalans, the Panamanians. The tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. The tribe of Manasseh, the so-called Cubans. The tribe of Gad, the so-called North American Indians. The tribe of Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians. The tribe of Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians, the Chileans. The tribe of Asher, the so-called Columbus, the Uruguayans. And the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we'll just get right into it.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
Kind, he says, moreover, son of man, okay? And he's talking about Mount Seir. And what is Mount Seir? That is the home of Esau Edom, okay? You see that in Genesis 36, okay? That was a home that was given to him by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And Esau Edom is also known as the wicked, all right? According to Malachi 1 and 4, all right?
All right, Ezekiel 35 and 3. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, behold, on Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
God, he says, I am against thee. Okay, that's Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai saying that he's against Mount Seir. All right, we know according to Hebrews 10 and 31, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Okay? He said, I will make thee most desolate. That means he's going to waste you into nothingness. Nothing left over. Okay?
It says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
And what are your cities? Right now is everywhere that you occupy. All right, primarily America. Okay, Babylon the Great. He's going to lay them to waste with those nuclear missiles. Okay? Nothing left.
This is Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with thy garments from Bosra? It says, this is the glorious of his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Therefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like in him that treadeth the wine fat. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there is none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I will stain all my raiment. Yep, so we're talking about who? Yahweh Shai, man, coming and basically doing mass amount of killing in America. All right, so that's the modern day Basra. All right, this Basra is a place where Edom, well, you know, it's the chief place of Edom. All right, and what's the chief place of Edom now? In America. All right, so the Lord said, I have trodden the winepress alone. It's going to stain the Lord's garment. All right.
That's like that tribe, you know, like How did they do wine presses in the old days? You know, just stomp them. You know, stomp them out. They're gonna smash them. Okay.
That goes with Revelation 14. If somebody want to get that,
Okay.
you know, because hey, that's the future judgment.
God.
You know, when Yahweh Shai comes back, who is he coming to visit? The Edomites. You know, who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? You know, so the Lord coming to get busy on these devils. And anyone that's in bed with them, that's on the soils of America, they're gonna be those grapes that's gonna get stomped too. Y'all got there you go.
I got it. This is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 20. It says, and the winepress was trodden without the city, and the blood came without the. It's like, I like this which way.
Yeah, you could start up a little bit above that.
Okay.
Maybe around 14, 13. 13? Okay.
Cut. This is it's Revelation chapter 14, verse 13. As I have heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write. It says, Write. Blessed are the dead which died in the Lord from henceforth.
Beautiful.
Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest with their laborers.
From their labors.
It's like from their laborers. It says, and their works do follow them.
Right, like King Masha, High Priest Yaikwab, and many other Elder Abba Bivens, and many others that passed in the Lord. They're in the heavens right now rooting for us. You know, Revelation 6 says that the souls that died, they're up there in the heavens, upstairs. That's where they are, upstairs in the heavens, saying, you know, how long, Lord, you know, will thou not avenge us? You know, so we still got a little more to go, but soon enough, you know, the Lord gonna bring the vengeance, the judgment.
Yeah, Revelation says that they're in rest. We shall meet with them. Yep. And in chariot. Keep going on this possible.
Yeah, because there's more. The wine press, because y'all speaking about the wine press. You know, we all read. You read Ezekiel 35, right? Yeah, and that's why, because the scriptures say that the earth, when you shed blood in the land, that blood cannot be cleansed, but by the blood of them that shed it.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33, and it reads, So ye shall pollute the land wherein ye are. Read that over.
Right.
Read it over. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33, and it reads, So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
That's it. You got it.
So that's pretty cut and dry. You know, all the wickedness that you did, all the slaying that you did, we quit talking about reparations because there's no amount of money you can pay to atone for all the murder that you've done.
Nope.
You know, killing Jake, you know, destroying the earth. Okay, destroying the earth that was given to us. Okay.
Yeah, and the scriptures say, according to his substance shall the restitution be.
God.
So they got the whole world, so they got to give the whole world back.
God. Yeah.
Precept.
Okay?
This is Revelations 19 and 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Right, and that's Yahweh Shai coming back to visit the Edomites. That's who's going to be, stomped out. Those are going to be those grapes that's going to be stomped out. You say you had a precept?
Yes, sir. This is Ezekiel 35 and 6.
We is Ezekiel 35. But go ahead, now it's the Spirit. Read it, and then we go over it again. That's all right.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
Mm-hmm.
Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right, and now, what we have today is a failure to communicate. Now, I'm just joking. But now what we have today is, we have an estimation of the blood that was shed here, of Gad, of Reuben, Issachar, Judah, and the rest of the tribes. We only have an estimation from Canada all the way down to South America. It's just an estimation. We don't know the exact number of people that they killed and the atrocities that they committed. But the Lord said that the earth shall disclose of blood. In other words, whatever's been covered up, the Lord's going to bring it out. That's why this place is going to be judged the way it's judged, because this is going to be a greater judgment than the flood, back, when the Lord destroyed the earth by water back then, because that's the second death. And that's the only thing that's going to be able to cleanse this land is that fire, the nuclear fire. And this whole, from one end of America to the other, from north to south, east to west, is going to be totally destroyed. Because that's going to be how this land is going to be atoned for. That's how the payback is going to come. And the beginning of it is the people that are here that are going to be sacrificed for the blood that they shed of the Israelites on this land.
Yeah. Also, possibly, I think today or tomorrow marks the 60th anniversary for the church bombing in Alabama.
Right.
And, just to show that.
Is that with the 4 little girls?
Yeah, we have 4 little girls. He's still 60 years from prior to that, he's still doing the same thing.
Oh, of course.
His murder has not stopped.
No, well, he was given that sword.
Yeah, he's given that sword. And so his murder is going to continue. It's going to continue.
Oh, yeah.
As long as he enduring it, it's his rulership in this earth.
Right.
So I say he burned out the sword in vain.
That's it. That was his blessing, And see, these are things that we know about. But what about the things we don't know about? But the Lord sees it. He knows exactly what went down. He don't forget. Who got what? Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Obadiah 1:16. It says, "For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Beautiful.
Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been."
You got it.
All right. Hey, so things you did unto the children of Israel. So people think time went on, the Lord forgot. The Lord didn't forget. All right. Those things are recorded. All right, and that vengeance is coming towards you. All right. So what you've done unto us, we're going to do unto you. All right. It's going to be as if you had not been. All right, because eventually after we put your behinds in slavery, hey, the Lord going to eradicate you guys, all right, from the face of the earth.
That's the only solution.
God.
And that's them forgetting, them study building stuff and coming out with new technology. You would think this kingdom, because in his mind, he thinks this kingdom is going to go on forever. In his mind, he thinks this kingdom is going to continue on forever.
Right.
As the scriptures say. Him putting up new philosophies and studies with all this technology, man. His whole thing is to be like to deceive the people. His whole thing is deception. That's what makes his kingdom, his free kingdom appears to be great. What you have? Precept?
Also, I can go into, he's going to be so low, he's going to be so at the bottom, where people will be like, oh yeah, this man was once in rulership. Nah, not him. Him? An Edomite? Nah, man.
He came over here now.
The most lowliest person in the kingdom. He's going to be so low. When we tell our children and everything, he's like, yeah, this is the man who used to rule earth. They gonna be like, nah, not him. It can't be him. This Edomite over there gonna kick me. Nah. It's gonna be like he's never been. It's gonna be so baffling, like, man, this man used to be in rulership.
Verse 17.
Hey, you know what's funny? Like you say, gonna be the lowest, because they are the lowest. They're just only gonna go back into their position. You got it. All right.
Verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and they shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Yeah, because the Lord remembers. That's why he said up on Mount Zion, a memorial, a remembering. The Lord remembers his people. You know what happened to his people in this land.
Wow.
Hey, the Lord said that we're engraved in the palm of his hands.
No, hey, that's why the brother read that scripture in Numbers earlier. The blood shall not be cleansed, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
What you got, Daniel? No, you can finish
Daniel
that.
talking about the basis of man over the kingdom.
Okay.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17.
Yep.
And it reads, "This matter is by decree of the watchers." The
Right.
watchers are the prophets. "And the man
Somebody
of the word
get
of the Holy One,
Job 30.
to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men,
Yeah, the
and
eighth
give
verse.
it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it
the bases of men.
Yeah.
Okay, and that base man is Esau Edom.
Yeah.
According to Job 30 and 8. Okay. And then I think it's Proverbs 21 and 1. He says that he ruled, roughly paraphrasing, he's in the kingdom of men. He turneth whithersoever he will. Let me just
Right.
So,
The Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He
Well,
ruleth
I believe that's what you just read.
That
right?
was Daniel 4 and 17.
Okay.
Daniel 4 and 17. That was I quoted Proverbs 21 and 1. Yes.
Okay.
The king's heart, whose mind is in the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever will. So, like he said in Daniel 4 and 17, he setteth up
Right.
those kingdoms. So it's all under his control.
That's it.
Okay. And Esau thinks he has it, but he's in a trick bag.
Right.
All right, because as the Lord says, he reserves him for the day of wrath.
There's no
To
such
destroy
thing
him.
as free will.
God.
Precept.
Real quick,
Yeah.
The Lord has set this man up. 'Cause if you look at the typical Edomite, you know that the Lord had to set this man up. All right, because you can look at different kill gates.
Yeah.
All right, they look
Frail.
docile and weak.
Yeah.
All right, so you know the Lord had to do this, man.
Yeah.
Guess what? The Lord is going to take them down as well, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, but that's a weak nation, like the brothers pointed out. They're the basis of men because they're really a weak nation, but the Lord has put them up over us, man. All right, really to show His power too, man.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
You said you got precept.
Precept.
I got that Job.
I got the Job.
All right. Let him bring out a precept and then we'll get to Job.
This is Sirach 36 and 10. Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say, there is none other but we.
That's it. Because they think that they're ruling by their power. But the Lord says smite and son. I mean Sirach, Jesus, Sirach. He says smite and sunder the heads of the rulers, because they're in power because the Lord allowed them to be in power. But the Lord's going to be the one that take them down. Like King David said, who is this? I'm sorry. He said, who will lead me into Edom, into the strong city? Now we know that wasn't talking about back then, because they were kicking Esau in the ass. Him and Joab was fucking Esau up. So what is this talking about? This shows you that King David is a prophet, and he saw in the future that Esau was going to be strong. And then they say it's the Lord that's going to bring this devil down. He's going to be the one that fight against him for us. So you getting your guns and preparing for whatever you got to prepare for, that's in vain. Because the Lord is going to be the one to deliver us. He's going to be our refuge.
Yeah, that's beautiful you said that, because it's many examples that where we actually fuck Esau up, man. And Spain, when the war, they was fucking Esau up. The Maccabees, they was fucking Esau up.
Oh yeah.
There was many instances Hannibal, many wars and things that's been happening, man. It shows that we're mighty in them, man.
Right. So
this is the Lord's program.
So when was King David talking about? He was talking about now.
Hey, and the Lord set this man up. He's not only coming after him, he's coming after his kingdom too. Yep. Did you finish? Yeah. Go ahead. This second Ezra goes kind of long. Go ahead. All right. This second Ezra 16. I'm gonna stop 16 and 1. He said, "Woe be unto Babylon and Asia! Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria." And those are bywords for America, man. All right, because those are other kingdoms that was up high.
Yeah, and also Asia represents China, Taiwan, Singapore, all of those, Moabite / Ammonite, whatever they may be, because you have so-called Chinese are Moabites, but you have them all intermingled between Moab and Ammon. So they're also going to woe unto them because they're in a position of rulership too, underneath Esau.
Yeah, and they actually in delusion because they actually think that they got next.
Yep.
That's
They're
the
deceived.
old term.
Deceived.
All right, verse 2. He said, "Gird up yourselves with cloth of sack and hair of bewail." He said, "Your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? And then what's the scripture? He said, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? And a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? All right, so when Yahweh shall come back, and it's already already happening now, man. You just had the episode with the Jake woman, with Big Shirley, you know what I'm saying, twerking and shit. The dude took a brick to her side of her head. You know, so hey man, more atrocities like that is gonna happen, man. And then wanted men to stand up for it, man.
Yeah, when it's coming out now that whole thing was a hoax. That she made that shit up.
Well, you know what? It's I mean, you can kind of see, because if somebody take a brick to your head, your first instinct is not to be worried about who not helping you. You're gonna be trying to get some help. I mean, your head is swollen.
Your shit gonna be bust open.
But that really shows you how crazy this society is. People actually, I remember a meme a long time ago. Dude had what the missiles was coming, and they had pictures of people with their phones showing the missiles. The missiles coming, and people behind their phones out, man. I mean, live stream. You know, crazy.
Yeah, but that was necessary, because it showed how gullible these fucking black women was, and it showed how much they fucking hate us.
Oh yeah.
It really that incident it showed every man in America, every Jake man, how much these bitches hate us.
Yeah.
Cause they talking about, yeah, I get a gun, I just start capping you niggas.
Yep.
They hate man, niggas don't protect nobody, and all that shit, you know. But then meanwhile, the dude in Walmart protect the woman and get killed, but the lion woman get more money than he do. Go from.
She got 3 times as much.
Yeah.
But it did expose she that is my enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 12 and 49. I come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled?
That's right. Who got?
Hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm going to start back at 4. And a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? He said, plagues are sent unto you, and what is it that and what is he that may drive them away? Hey, I think I just read what's the name? I think it's been like 2,000 earthquakes this month. Yeah, 2,000. You know what I'm saying? We still got 15 more days of this month. You know, floods. Oh man, hey man, Yahweh Shai, hey man. I think New York has got a couple of tornadoes about to hit the East Coast. You know, Yahweh Shai has been sending all type of plagues in this place, man.
Right.
You can't tell.
An earthquake. I mean, volcano eruption.
Oh shit! Hey man, the plagues are sent, man.
See, he said who should, in that scripture I read, he said who should kill him because what? All hell is going to be breaking loose already on this earth, man.
Yeah.
All right, then the Lord is going to come and bring his men and his troops and bring more fire to this place, man. All right, hey, you can see the things that's going to come to this place already. All right, like Elder pointed to all these different things that's happening on the earth, earthquakes in diverse places, war, rumors of war. So, hey, the fire is already being kindled right now, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you know.
Precept.
That's why we, hey man, we are. It should be a time of right now prayer and fasting, man. You know.
See, this so-called devil, how you think they're gonna be able to stop you? How about Yahweh Shai? He try to show you through your movies, through different little things. Hey, but nothing's gonna be able to stop it. Hey, once that match is struck. All right, nobody be able to blow that fire out, man.
Oh hell no.
That's right.
And that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Yeah. It says a fire not blown shall kill, smoke his ass. I mean, I'm just merely paraphrasing.
I should sit fatter.
Yeah, and they shall fan Babylon.
Hey, you know, you queuing and them coals going, throw some more coals on there.
It ain't going out.
Yeah, that represents the calamities. That represents the so-called natural disasters. That represents, the wars, the rumors of wars, the plagues, and everything that you see happening. Famines that's coming, all of that. That's the fanners.
They already saying right now in the news that it's been so hot this summer that the crops have not been able to grow. So,
How convenient.
Yeah, what a coincidence that these type of things are going on.
Yeah.
That these crops are not being grown. Then what? A couple months before that, what was they doing? They was introducing what? That lab meat.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right. Then they were slaughtering the cattle.
Which goes back to Soylent Green. In the movie Soylent Green, I believe that was either the 60s or the 70s
Yeah.
with Charleston Heston. You know, and they come to find out at the, I'm sorry, what's that, bro? Yeah, they found out at the end what it really was. Now, I don't know if y'all seen the movie Snowpiercer. In the movie Snowpiercer, that's that train. They had the slaves at the, I think they was at the back of the train, and they wouldn't allow them, but they had like soldiers that were governing things, and then they were feeding them. They were feeding them protein bars, and that's how they stayed alive. They gave them protein bars. So finally, they broke through, the defenses, and were getting towards the front of the train, and they got to the part of the train where they were making the protein bars. You know what the protein bars were? Roaches.
That's just like now. I was watching a video. It was making a protein powder out of now I don't want to say maggots, but it was some type of worm.
Dude, you shall eat the bugs.
Grease up.
Yeah.
Hey, these devils, they mean what they say. They're gonna be eating steak, and real goat and real food, and everybody else gonna be eating bullshit. But that's all right, because they're gonna be taken down. See, they think that they're going to realize their dream and their vision, but they're not. Because they are, as we were reading earlier, they are the bases of men. They're at the top now, and they're gonna be brought down to where they belong, back to the bottom.
Now I'm gonna say, thinking spiritually, tonight your movie. I don't know, brother, seen the platform.
Yeah.
Top, everybody was eating all the good delicacies. By the time we got to the bottom, it wasn't nothing but piss and shit and leftovers.
Yep.
Hey, but that's gonna be your spot, Esau.
And they were fighting for the scraps.
Killing each other.
Yeah.
And also, if you remember, there was 2 people per floor and 333 floors.
Oh, 333. I didn't.
floor was a little girl who survived all of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they brought her back to the top.
Reset. I'll back you up.
Bring it out.
This is Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly,
Boom.
Yahweh Shai shall cast a fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
And he's going to be eaten, because right now they got everything cornered.
Yep.
The majority of corporations, or the majority of businesses around the world, are owned by 5 or 6 corporations: BlackRock, Vanguard, and others. But they're making it seem like they're all in competition. Free enterprise and all this shit. But they're all owned by these huge companies that are owned by the international bankers.
Right.
And
they do that same thing with the food. They give you all these, thinking all these different brands, but it's just only like certain companies that run the food industry. All right.
You said he was going to rain on them too.
Yeah.
And you can't escape that. You ever try to dodge raindrops, you know you're not getting away from it.
Oh no.
Right.
This is Amos chapter 5 and verse 24. It says, "But let judgment run down as water, and righteousness as a mighty stream." So like the brother said, you ever try to dodge raindrops, it's impossible. And that's how judgment's gonna come. Judgment of Yahweh is gonna come down mighty like water.
That's right. That's right. They're gonna be trying to run into they were trying to run into those bunkers.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to run into these different
Hide
places.
us.
Yeah. Hey, but the scripture said the Lord's gonna send hunters to go get them, man, out of those places.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna be nowhere to run or hide when the Lord decides to get in your ass.
That's
why the scripture says in Nahum 1 and 3, it says, "Who can abide in the Lord's spirit?" All right, and the answer is none. God forbid, nobody.
He said,
It's like in 1 and 6. It's 1 and 6.
He said, verse 5. He said, "The plagues are sent unto you, and who is he that may drive it away?" Verse 6. "May any man drive away a hungry lion in the woods, or may one quench the fire of a stubble when it hath begun to burn?" And
that's why when America's on fire, it's not going to be quenched.
That's right.
They talking about the fire is going to burn forever. It's going to burn for a long time. The unquenchable fire, you can't extinguish it. It's going to burn out eventually, but it's going to take a long time.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, remember how long the Pentagon was on fire when the so-called plane hit it? Wasn't it on fire for like a couple months?
Yeah.
They're on fire for
They
like
study fire down, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The towers. They were on fire for a long period of time.
yeah. So just imagine the whole of this place.
You got fuel. I mean, you got propane. You got gas. You got all these natural resources, plus people, plus trees, plus animals, plus wood and all this other stuff.
Nuclear plants.
Nuclear. Yeah.
Precept. This Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel,
Good
both
precept.
with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate.
Right. The land. The singular. That's talking about
land.
America. Babylon. When you go to the first verse, it's talking about America, and it's going through the different stages of this place before it's judged. The first stage is what? Take up a parable against them. Shake the hand, exalt the voice, lift up a banner upon the high mountain. They're gonna muster the different armies. They're gonna muster they put their arsenal together, nuclear missiles, and then slowly but surely everything is gonna come to the point where it's gonna be destroyed. And it's gonna be destroyed because of the wickedness that's upon it. Just like when you go back to the beginning. The Lord said he saw the wickedness of man, that it was great upon the earth, and he repented him that he created man. And then he brought the flood.
Yeah.
Did you have more on that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this brother, you know what? Let him bring it. Bring the precept out real quick, and then.
This is Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right, and that could come in many different forms, right? Because the missiles are going to have the spirit of the Lord in them.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
at
that's
the
right.
time of destruction, they pour out their force, appeasing the wrath of him that made them.
And that's the reason why the Lord is bringing it, to appease the wrath of him that made them. You got it, bro.
Fire
Is it-
and hell.
No, you're not that good. I thought you were done.
Fire and hell and famine and
See,
death.
that's all this. That's all the creatures. That's part of the creatures, the creation. Read it again. What? Fire? What?
Fire and hell and famine and death.
Those are the spirits also created for vengeance. Go ahead.
All of these were created for vengeance.
Go ahead.
Teeth of wild beasts.
And you got the teeth of wild beasts. I was just watching a video. It was kind of heart-wrenching. It was these 3 dogs, and they killed a puppy. They was ripping his puppy apart, man. I was like, God damn, that's fucked up. Yep. But it's like they just had a spirit on them to, even when the cops came, the cops shot the dogs eventually. And then he shot the dog once, and the dog just got back up. And he shot him again, and eventually he was still fighting, and then he just clunked over. Teeth of wild beasts.
Yep.
You got it? I'm sorry.
Those teeth of wild beasts. Esau can't even go into the ocean anymore. It's like every week he's getting killed by a shark. Now it's killer whales. All types of stuff.
Whales are flipping boats.
Yeah.
Hey, they got people out on the ocean, and the boats get bumped by whales, man. Because the earth is rising up against this demon.
Yeah. Matter of fact, there's a precept like that.
Hey, people on the boat, and they hear boom, they're, oh, boom, oh, boom, oh. Go ahead.
Job.
Hey, that's sheer horror. Sheer horror.
You
got it.
A couple years ago, the people that got slammed into that mountainside that was in the ocean, man.
Yeah. Hey,
They glacier, the glacier that fell on top of the people in the ocean as well.
Yeah.
And the earth is tired of this devil.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
You got it, Barzo.
This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 27, and it reads, "The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him."
Earth shall rise up against him. Oh, and like who was saying that earlier about Esau and his the weak state that he's in, and how he took over. Was that Shimmy that was saying that? Ash. And the weak state, right? Ash. The weak state that Esau is in, and you see him overthrowing everybody. That's because the Lord got the spirit on him to do that. But they are the basis of men. Only he who letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. because it was their time.
Yep.
You know. So y'all got it. Yeah.
Wicked as a sword.
That's it. That's it.
This is Isaiah.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Back in Isaiah 13:9, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the center thereof out of it.
Mm-hmm.
For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened and is going forth. The moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Right. In other words, they're not going to be able to find the wisdom or the knowledge or the understanding to make sense of it all, to fix it. See, because the thing is, when something happens, the government steps in to fix the situation. You have a problem, what's the problem? Okay, what's the solution? They're not going to have solutions, they're not going to have answers. Because these things are coming from the heavens itself. You know, it's not something that they're creating, something that they can control. It's coming directly from the heavens. You know, it's a spiritual thing that's happening. But they don't believe in spiritual things. They believe in carnal things.
That's right.
You know?
I think Apostle, that goes into also that Isaiah 47, where it says, evil shall come upon them and they shall not know when once it comes.
There you go. And they're not going to be able to put it off.
Right.
They're not going to be able to reason in their mind as to what, you know, like right now, something will happen and they'll say, well, so-and-so and such, and this is what happened. They're not going to be able to explain their way out of this when it starts happening.
Like that scene on Ancient Aliens, when those missile silos activated, they couldn't turn them off.
I'm pretty sure a couple people should have
Yeah.
been when that happened.
Oh, yeah.
You're paying the looks of their faces, like, oh man.
Yep.
Yeah, right when it got to where it needed to be, it turned off.
Through.
Even in Hawaii, a couple years ago, they had that fake when the nuke alarm went off, man.
Yeah.
People dying of heart attacks and all types of things. But they out there, man.
Hey, the brother Yahweh out there, Gabar Yahweh, he just went out there and started filming.
God.
You know, I said, if this is it, it's going to go out in the blaze of glory.
Precept.
You got more? Okay, and then you could come in, bro.
Isaiah 13:11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
And that is the end game, you know, because people are not going to repent, and they don't see anything happening to them because the Lord ain't chastising them because he don't love them. He's letting them do what they do. But eventually there's going to come a cutoff point where the Lord's going to bring the judgment. When he brings the judgment, then all playing is over. And the thing about it is, they're not being judged, you know, right now. They're being allowed to just do whatever they want. So when the Lord brings the destruction and the judgment on them, he ain't going to withdraw. He's just going to give them the full force of it. In the hand of the Lord there's a cup, and it is full of mixture, and the dregs of it he pours out upon the wicked, or something along those lines. Let this brother bring it out, then you could bring that one out.
This is Jeremiah 49:7.
And y'all brothers got it.
Concerning Edom, thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts, its wisdom no more entertainment.
Beautiful.
Its counsel perish from the prudent.
Right, because they're not going to have answers. They ain't going to have answers. See, now they can get together and come up with some cockamamie story to give to the people. But they're not going to have explanations. You know, stand out with the multitude of that, you know.
Sorcerers.
Yeah, there's prognosticators and all that,
Yeah,
monthly
that's actually
prognosticators and all that. Stand up with that, because that's how you bring out the solutions. But the Lord is cutting you off. You got it.
Is their wisdom vanished?
Y'all got it. You had something?
In the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 8. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. All right, so hey, everybody, the hour is just a period of time. All right, but this all gonna come swift. All right, like the apostle said, and then I don't have no understanding of what to do. Hey, most of the time when people when all hell breaks loose, people panic. All right, when you look at different type of movies, Rivers over. People panic, they run. They don't know what to do. People trying to make haste end up getting jacked up. It says, and the kings of the earth who committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her. Right? Because, hey, everybody around the earth and the kings of the earth shall bewail her because they waxed rich off this place, man. All right? Everything in America is imported. We don't make nothing of our own. All right? They're going to bewail for her. And lament for her. When they shall see the smoke burning, standing afar off, for the fear and torment saying, at last, that great city Babylon, that mighty city.
You say they say tumult?
Tumult.
Right. The tumult is a great calamity, great torment, great confusion. You know, like when if a bomb goes off somewhere and people start screaming and bugging out and tripping out, that's a tumult.
Yep.
You know, and they ain't gonna be able to escape from that. You know.
Saying at last, that city Babylon, that mighty city.
Right, because they're gonna be mourning. Oh Lord, the last that great city. You know, where we made. Oh Lord, what happened? You know, and they're not gonna be mad or sad because this place is destroyed, because they care about the people here. They're not going to be making no money. Their shekels are going to be cut, so they're going to be moaning and crying for their shekels. Because you got to remember they learned the game. You know, they learned the game. So they left from here back to their country, and they're getting the same money they were getting, but even more because they're not paying as much for the overhead.
And that's what. And that, if everybody remember, that's what Trump was complaining about.
Con.
Trump was complaining that countries that pretty much they wax rich off us.
Oh yeah.
Because they take all our jobs overseas and they half-ass pay the people, and turn back around and give it to us at a jacked up price.
Oh yeah.
A good example of that is Michael Jordan shoes.
Right.
They over there making them 10 cent, 30 cent a pair. And they over here selling for $240 a pair.
Yeah, just to your point, Niger was selling their uranium to France for like 80 cents, and France was selling for 200. What's that? The currency for euros.
Euros. Okay.
Yeah, 200. So now they selling it to them at market price now.
Check that out.
Yeah.
You know, so they get rich, brother.
Yeah.
Don't think for once that these nations ain't getting money from this place. And this is why the scriptures speak about America being that harlot with that cup in her hand. You know? And that cup in her hand represents, you know, if them nations don't play by the rules, they don't get the goodies.
Yep.
They don't get the perks, the benefits. You know?
Precept.
It says, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
1 hour. And there's no coincidence that you have the ICBM missiles, also the hypersonic missiles, but the ICBM missiles, there's no coincidence that they can get here within a half hour. All the way from Russia, from that side of the world, over here in 30 minutes. So the Lord's gonna make it easy work of this place.
Bring this out to back your point up too.
And then you could come in with your point.
It's verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buys their merchandise anymore.
No man buys their merchandise anymore. The Vatican, people are not making money off of the Vatican. So it's impossible for the Vatican to be Babylon the Great. The scriptures say that Babylon the Great is a place where merchandise is sold. A place where ships come and dock and offload their goods and sell their resources and their goods here. They ain't doing that over there in the Vatican. What people in the world are getting nations getting rich off of the stuff that's being sold in the Vatican?
America was really created for trade, for trading through ships.
Yeah.
Just to back you up, that's what America was really created for. This place was created for was basically it was supposed to be a border of trading.
Right.
All right, but you had the little founding fathers or whatever came over and changed the way that this place was, because you had people that would come from other countries that were doing what? borrowing. They were borrowing, you
Right.
know, trading, and taking it back to their country before the so-called founding fathers came here and changed everything.
That's why they created the Panama Canal,
That's right.
and that's why America went down there and took over that.
That's right.
Because that cut the time in half. Instead of going all the way around South America,
That's right.
it cut right through Central America. Made the trade route quicker.
Yep, yep.
And where those ships coming from? That's coming from the west coast of the Panama Canal. If the earth is flat.
Come on now.
Anyway,
Well, yeah, like the first item on New York Stock Exchange. Like the brother Doctor going to, America is a corporation.
Oh, yeah.
And a corporation is a group of people, all right, just to govern one land or one part of the world, I guess I could say that. That's why you have big banking families, all right, that make up this big corporation known as America, man. All right, so they own everything, and through that they have taken over the world, man. So through these different corporations, they sell and buy and trade with the rest of the world, man.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody comes here pretty much to get their goods, all right, and we ship out goods, you know. So like the Apostle was saying, the Vatican can't be it.
right.
It can't be it.
And it gives you a list of stuff that
that's right here.
you know, it gives you a list of everything that they sell in here, you know, or at least a portion of it. It didn't say and blessed deeds from, you know, from the Pope, you know. You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
Back in Revelation 18 and 12. I'm gonna read 11 again. It says that the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore.
Matter of fact, the merchants there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if the word there is emporium for merchant. Can somebody look that up in the Blue Letter Bible? I'm not sure if it's the word emporium.
Revelation 11.
No. And while they're getting that, you got a precept, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, bring your precept out.
This is Isaiah 47 and 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day, the loss of children and widowhood,
Yep.
they shall come upon thee, and their
Perfection.
perfection, for the multitude of thy scourges, a sorcery,
Yep.
and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
Yeah. You know, so it's for your sorceries, because that's how you bewitch the world. Y'all found that?
God, I got it.
Okay, bring it out. And you can read that again, brother, after they bring it, you know. You can read it after they bring this out. Who got it? Yeah, bring it out.
This is Emporos,
Okay, good.
the
What the hell was it now?
definition for the outline of biblical usage, and this is from the Blue Letter Bible. One on a journey, whether by sea or by land, especially for trade.
Boom. You got it.
Definition number 2, a merchant as opposed to a retailer or a petty tradesman.
Mm-hmm.
Down in the Strong's definition,
Yeah, because if you have wholesalers, you have retailers, you have consumers. The wholesaler is the one that sells bulk. The retailer buys bulk from the wholesaler, and he in turn sells it to the consumer in smaller portions. You see, that's why in New York alone, you have the wholesale district, where you can go and buy incense, you could buy urns, you could buy perfumes, colognes, you could buy incense, if I said that already. You could buy food down there, you could buy spices, you could buy socks and sneakers and jeans and all that, hats. So they got all of that down there. You could buy jewelry, you know? This is all in America. And New York itself personifies the merchant city of America, because all of America pretty much is set up the same way. That's where you have your Walmarts, you know. Now, back then you had the Macy's and the Bloomingdale's and the different, you know, Sears, you know, and the different companies like that. Now you got, you know, your Walmarts, your Targets, you know, and such, you know, Costco's and BJ's and all that. Burlington, you know, that sell bulk stuff, and you can buy food, multiple things, because they're setting and establishing everything up for those 15-minute cities. That's what those big box stores were all about. It's to get people used to shopping for everything in one place.
The one-stop
You know,
shop.
one-stop shop. That's it. Y'all got it.
You want me to read the list? Or no?
Yeah. Was that it on that? That was it on the important, right? Okay. Yeah. So let him read that again, and then we'll read the list.
Okay, this is Isaiah 47 and 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee, and their perfection.
In their perfection, meaning it's going to be perfectly done. You got it.
For the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of their enchantments.
Right, because they're pretty much, and that's how they sell to everybody. Because if you don't play by the games, you don't drink that cup, you don't get to play. Bring out the list. You got something? Okay, bring out the list.
This is verse 12. Revelation 18 and 12.
So let's see if this matches what the Vatican's doing.
It says,
You got it.
The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all dyed wood and all manner vessels of ivory, all manner vessels of precious wood.
Yeah, you could go down to this wholesale district. You could buy Persian rugs. You can buy, Rolex watches. You could buy jewelry. You could buy, different precious things made out of precious stones, out of brass and bronze and all of that stuff. Go ahead.
And brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors.
Right. You got your spices. You got your fragrances. Go ahead.
And ornaments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep
Right.
and horses and chariots and slaves.
And
Yeah,
slaves.
the meat department.
Butcher shops.
Yeah.
And pet shops.
Pet shops. Yep.
He says, and slaves and souls of men.
Slaves and souls of men. You got what? The entertainment industry is big here in America.
Yeah.
And what happens? The people got to sell their soul. The artists got to sell their souls in order to become famous, in order to become rich and stay on top.
I just Googled, does the Vatican sell merchandise? It says they sell their souvenirs
Right.
and gift shops.
So the world's getting rich off of that, right?
Yeah.
If people don't believe, think about what happens when the president does what? Put up his different sanctions. He put up those sanctions against those countries.
Right.
That's why those countries be upset, because what? They're not able to make the same amount of money they was once making.
That's it.
All right. So that shows you right there. Right there too. If you really pay attention, because what? I put up the sanction, they're not going to be able to sell this, to sell that, or do this, to do that. So that shows you what the apostle was saying is true. I can't remember what country it was. They said they wasn't going to sell wheat like that. They was going to stop
Wheat.
distributing-
Yeah, from Ukraine or something like that.
Yeah, they're gonna cut off the wheat. So that's right there is what you call a commodity that everybody needs.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what they want to do, is control everything.
Right.
Because they're trying to choke off everything so that when the new system comes in place, you got to go through their system to get all of those goods. Oh, they're there. They were always there. I mean, they kind of slowed down a little bit. They were always there. But now you got to take the micro C-HIP in order for you to be able to enjoy those same benefits that you had before.
Yeah, that's why they're what, poisoning the rivers. You know, because people can live off the land.
Yeah.
That's why they're poisoning the rivers. That's why they're
Buying up farmland.
putting a vaccine in the animals now.
Yep.
You know.
In the vegetables.
Yep.
Hey, remember back in the day, people used to be living in the mountains and off the grid. So now that's illegal.
Yeah.
Now they got TV shows, Mountain Man.
Yeah.
Showing where he's at. But these guys used to be
Somebody
separated
look
from the
up
rest of the world.
anti-hoarding act. Anti-hoarding act. I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
No, they used to be separated from the rest of the world. Now it's even illegal to even collect rainwater.
That's right. You don't want to do that now.
I mean,
anyway,
no, I'm just
when they see
saying.
the clouds, yeah.
But these people used to be secluded from the rest of the world. They brought them out. All right, Gator Man and all these people who are in the swamp.
Right.
We've never known about these people. Esau brought it to our face. All right, so they can cut everything off.
Yeah, because see, at the end of the day, you know, like Elder Pastor said, he said that when the scriptures speak about he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, if you have people in remote areas of the world that are not a part of the system, that doesn't apply to them because they don't function that way. They don't function in the system. They function among themselves as they've been doing going way back. You know, it only applies to the people that are in the grid of this system.
That's right. I was going to say, even with the Amish, they're starting to cut the Amish off from being able to sell.
Yeah.
All right, because they're not a part of this system.
Right.
So
They went
so
out.
exactly.
They went out there and took inventory of all of this stuff, gave them the freezer trucks, and we're going to come back. And if you had any more than what they counted at that time, they would take them to jail.
Right.
Yep.
Even here in Indiana, they didn't cut the Amish farm off.
Yep.
Yep.
There you go. Beautiful. Yeah. And he has something called the Anti-Hoarding Act. Because here it is, the reason why you have a farm, you have land, animals, is so you and your family can be sustained, and then you can provide other, you know, you can provide services for others. But they don't want people to be self-sufficient. They want people to be dependent on the government. That's why they put these laws into place. That's what it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. So you got that.
This is anti-hoarding law. It says, this is in Google. It says, in order to prevent hoarding, no person shall accumulate in excess of reasonable demands of business, personal, or home consumption, or for the purpose of reselling at prices in excess of prevailing market prices. Materials which have been designed by the presidents as scale materials, scarce materials, or
Satan, it's just Satan, brother.
president as
He just
scale
wants to win.
materials or materials the supply.
That's it. So that they'll tell you that you can't have a certain amount of goods, whether it's a week or 2 weeks or a month. You know, if you get caught with too much stuff, you can get fined or even locked up.
There was a perfect example of that when the whole pandemic started. That guy that took all that toilet paper that was locked him out of it, and the FBI went in and took all the stuff. Yep.
They talked about it.
Oh, somebody from Maui. Hey, Shalom. Somebody said hi from Maui. Man, Shalom. Wow.
They talked about it also when they start going into this with the digital currency. Or what would they say with the digital currency? They're gonna, if you buy too much of this and you buy too much of that, then what they're gonna do, they're gonna start cutting off your funds. That's another way to do it, to make sure that they bring that control. So if I wanted to buy 10 steaks, but the state only said I could buy 7, they can cut off my funds because I went over the amount that they designed.
Right. Because what's the sense of, you know, cutting supplies off if people are self-sufficient?
That's right.
Because if you're self-sufficient, they cut the supplies off, you still got what you need.
That's right.
So that's why they want everybody dependent on the government.
Yep. Reset.
All right, go ahead.
This is Revelations 13 and 11. And I behold, another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns.
And that's dealing with America. Now the 2 horns, go ahead, the 2 horns is what?
Both sides of your government,
Right.
the left and right wing.
It says 2 horns of a
lamb.
Right, which
like
is
a lamb.
So it's what? The 2 what?
Your government, your left and right.
That's it. The Democrats and the Republicans.
The same
Now
just like in Rome, the same as when they came back as Romans.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead, brother. Bring it out. The Romans, the plebeians and the patricians. Plebeians and the patricians. The plebeians were the commoners, and the patricians were the nobles.
Yeah, in fact, the name escaped me from it.
That's all right, brother. That's all right. You know, it comes with practice. Yeah, you got it.
And he spoke as a dragon.
But officially, it comes through the Spirit. You got it, bro.
And he spoke as a dragon.
That's it. And he spoke as a dragon, which is what? The draconian legislation that they're pushing. Earlier, we did something called It's All a Trap. And pretty much what it is the legislation that they put in place in this system was designed to trap everybody so that they can all be led, you know, by the Pied Piper of destruction, Esau, down into the New World Order and his system that he's putting in place. And the evidence is everywhere, man. The receipts are stacked to the ceiling. You know? And it's like these false prophets, they're scrambling now, but they're going to be scrambling even more once they get the system fully in place.
Yep.
And they bring out the device of the micro C-hip, which is the MOTB, then they ain't going to be able to say shit. They're going to be jammed up. What's the matter? You getting jammed up? You got it. Y'all got it. What's the matter, Esau? You getting jammed up? Y'all got it.
I mean, it's to your point, it's already here.
Yeah.
You know, we knew what's like about 3 months now. The Bureau link was approved.
Oh, yeah.
And then right after that, the WEF came out and said you won't be able to buy or sell anything unless you have this piece.
Yeah. And then the thing is, too, the manipulation of the mind goes all the way back to Delgado's bull.
Yep.
You know, which he actually cut into a bull's head and connected the parts that control the bull,
Yep.
you know, control his anger and control his passiveness.
Yep.
You know? And what happened when the bull started getting riled up, he hit a switch and the bull just shut down.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
They've been trying to do that.
They go back farther than that. You know, but it's here. See, Esau just found a way
We speak a little louder, bro?
Esau just found a way to develop it a little bit better because what were they doing in the 90s? They were tracking your dogs.
Yep.
Okay, they
Oh,
put
yeah.
chips in your dogs then. Esau just pretty much just developed his system a little bit better now.
Yeah.
You know, so now he's ready to push. But they've been tracking dogs for years.
The dude, I believe his name is Carl Sanders, if I'm not mistaken, the guy that created the micro C-hip.
Yeah.
And there was a, you know, from the glass tube to the mechanism inside the glass tube to the battery that they put inside of it to continue to keep the system recharged. Everything was tested to make sure that, you know, that it would work properly. You know, so they went through a process of a lot of things to get this thing where it is now.
Yep.
You
I
know?
just seen a video posted that the scientists that did it says that all of it was atheists. They didn't know, and then when they read Revelations, I think
Right.
they all converted.
Yeah.
They said that we had no idea that
Right.
that was in the scriptures. We all atheists. All the scientists that was in there doing working on it. All right, so they didn't know, and it said that the reason why they chose it to perfectly for the hand and the forehead was I guess that was the where the body regulates its heat most,
Right.
Something like that. So
On the right side, yeah.
And when they read it, and dude came out and said, yeah, that's what it is. You know, now these Edomites, what do they got a lot for?
Right.
You know?
Man's going to the Lord. How can a man understand his own way?
That's it. That's it.
Yep.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
I got a precept.
Keep the pot brewing. Keep the pot
This is
brewing.
Isaiah chapter 36.
You know, the
and verse
fire's
6.
roaring, man. Keep throwing them logs in there.
Okay. It says, Lo, thou trust in the staff of a broken reed on Egypt.
No Twinkies though. You got it, my brother.
It says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of the broken reed on Egypt,
Mm-hmm.
whereon if a man lean, he will go inside his hand and
Right.
pierce it. See,
You got
so,
it.
Yeah, so,
Somebody get Isaiah 10 and 20. You got it, bro.
yeah, like this, like the apostle said, that people that trust is in this place, who actually depends on the government. You know, I'm not talking about the people who actually try to work outside the grid. I'm talking about the ones that actually is all about, oh yeah, the government this, the government gonna say my president this, my president that. They doing all this trusting, you know. But when they lean their hand on that staff, which staff isn't something that's supposed to help you. It's supposed to support you.
Right.
It's supposed to keep you sturdy. It's supposed to keep you upright. But you're trusting in a staff that has a broken reed. Now the reed is the place that you put your hand. All right. Now you trust into it. When you lean it, it's gonna do more harm than good.
Right.
All right. And that's a symbolic to show you that this government that you trust so much into, that you have all your resources into, is gonna do way more harm to you.
Right.
All right. It's gonna have you're gonna be better off doing stuff your own way. All right.
Right.
And it says, and so the Pharaoh, and it says, so is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. All right, and what's that? King of Egypt, basically, your presidency and your governance. All right.
Yeah. So who got that in Isaiah 10 and 20? Bring it out.
This is Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel is such as are escaped of the house of Jacob,
Which are the elect. Go ahead.
shall no more again stay upon him that smote them.
So who is the one that smote us? Esau. So what does it mean by stay upon him? Meaning go to him looking for benefits, for resources, for help. So the ones that are of the elect are not going to go to this devil anymore. They're not going to trust in oppression, as the scriptures say that Jake does. But they're going to what?
But shall stay upon the Lord, thy Holy One of Israel, in truth.
Right, shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and what? In truth. Because truth is stronger than anything else. Remember, what's his name? Zerubbabel. He said the greatest thing was to fear the Most High and the truth. That's the strongest. You know, you had the king, you had wine, you had women. Yeah, they're strong, but they're not as strong as the truth. And the truth, the scriptures say, you shall know the truth shall make you free, and knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times, the strength of salvation. Because the truth is that stronghold. Somebody get Psalms 91 and 1. Matter of fact, brother, you get it.
I got it.
Let this brother get it, but bring that out. Bring that out.
This is Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put your confidence in man.
Boom, read it again.
This is Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man.
One more again.
This is Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man.
That's it. You know, it's better for you to trust in the Lord than to put your confidence in man. It sounds so sweet. You have to read it three times. Yeah, go ahead.
This is 9. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes.
And there you go. Because who are the princes? The ones that govern the government. You know, you have your nobles, you have your princes, you have, you know, the people that are established in different, your cabinet, you know, of the governmental entities of that agency, you know? And Jake, when that shit happened in Katrina, when that shit happened in Katrina, what happened? Where FEMA at? Right? Not where's the Most High at? Where's Jesus at? As they call him. His name is Yahushai. Where's FEMA at? Which shows you that Jake trusts in oppression, just like the scriptures say. But we're not the Israelites, though, right?
Find out FEMA didn't do nothing either.
Go ahead, bring it up, bro.
It's Psalms 146 and 3. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help.
Right, that's right. Read that again.
Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help.
Right, because the scriptures say, cursed be the man that trusteth the man and maketh arm his flesh. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5, and it reads, Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm.
Beautiful.
And whose heart departed from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
And somebody get Psalms 55:22. You got it, bro. Tazayar, read that. Bring it out. Bring it out.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as rusteth, so is his wickedness.
That's right. That's right. So you trusting in the devil that can't be trusted.
Wow.
You know, you trusting in someone that don't trust himself. Even among themselves, they don't trust each other.
That's right.
You know? Bring that out in Psalms, and then y'all, y'all got it.
I got that Psalm 55:22.
Yeah, 55. Let's get that one, and then we'll get the other one.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee.
Right. Go ahead.
He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved.
That's it. So what is that thing that we have to hold on to be protected? The truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Bring that out, my brother.
This is Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Because this is the shelter. This is that pavilion. You know, this is that shade from the heat that's coming. This is the place of refuge from the time of Jacob's trouble. This is it. This truth. You know? And it's just that simple. Receive the word of the engrafted word with meekness, which is able to save thy soul. You know? Is there more?
Verse 2. I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress.
Yep.
My power, in him will I trust.
Not in Esau. Because what happened? The scriptures say they that how does that go in 2nd Ezra 16? They that consent unto him shall be had in derision. You know? Hey, they show you that time and time again. You trust in Esau, he'll use you. When he don't need you no more, he kicks you to the curb. You're discarded. Bring it up.
This is Psalms 9:9. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in the time of trouble.
Right. Not the oppressor.
The oppressed.
Good.
And they that know thy name will put thy trust in thee. For thou, Lord, has not forsaken them that seek thee.
Damn, somebody's in trouble. Can you read that again, Babakusha, from the top? Sounds so sweet.
This is Psalms 9:9. The Lord
Somebody's in trouble.
also will be a refuge for the oppressed,
Right.
a refuge in the times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee.
Right.
For thou, Lord,
Hey, aren't we in the time of trouble?
Oh yeah.
that's right.
But it ain't really break into the time of Jacob's trouble just yet. But we are at the beginning stages of it. You got it.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
This is Psalms 9:10. And they that know thy name will put thy trust in thee. For thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee.
Woo, the Lord ain't gonna forsake them that seek thee. And one of the key things is knowing his name. And one of the key things is calling on his name. You know, hey, if your name was Steve, and you hearing some nigga saying Ray, you're not gonna turn around. You know, you're not gonna turn around and say, "Oh, I'm Ray today." No, you're gonna keep walking. That nigga ain't talking to me. Oh, he looking for somebody, but it ain't me.
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sing praises to the Lord which dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the people his doings.
There you go. And that's what we're doing.
That's right.
You know, just that. You found that?
Yeah, this is to back you up on what you said when Esau's done with you.
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
cast you away. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 4, and it reads, If thou be for his profit, he will use thee.
Boom.
But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
That's it.
It gets it down to a T too.
Yep.
There's more. All right.
He says, verse 5, If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it.
Right.
He did that to the northern kingdom here, man.
Oh yeah.
When he came across these shores, he didn't know how to survive here, man. He didn't know the terrain and things, and they was eating each other, man. You know, they was eating their dead shipmen, man.
Yep.
And Gad came over here and taught them how to navigate the land.
Yep.
And then after he figured out how to navigate it, and after he figured out how to grow upon the land, he turned his back on it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Next one. No, this is verse 6. He says, If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, What wantest thou? So just like the brother was saying, you know, even in your workplace today, he could talk to you for 3 hours. You know, you help him with his project, and you know, help him to succeed. Get on the elevator with you the next day and won't know who you are.
Oh yeah.
That's just how he is.
Your name is what? And you did what?
Yep. That's why that brother read that scripture earlier, man. Never trust down the enemy, man.
Beautiful.
For as iron rusted, because you know, when rust comes, this oxygen makes the rust come on iron, man. So as long as he's alive, as long as he's breathing oxygen, you ain't supposed to trust him, man. From when he's a baby, when he get that first slap on the hands, until he's dead, man.
From the womb to the tomb.
From the womb to the tomb, man. You ain't supposed to put no trust in that man. All right, and that's where a lot of Israelites are going to fail. All right, because they put all this trust. Because Isaiah 31 and 1 says, "Woe to them that go to Egypt for help, man." All right, because a lot of people are putting their trust to Esau, man. All right, because what he has the money, he has the power, he has the weaponry, he has everything, man. All right, so if on the outside looking in, you have nowhere to get resources from. But in the know, we know that everything comes from Yahweh Shai. So we're not worried, man.
That's the hit. Hey, they don't have no faith, bro.
None.
Go ahead.
None. All right, so hey, man, that's what's happening to this world, man. The Israelites are putting all this trust into these other heathen nations, namely Esau. All right, and that's going to be their demise, man. All right, when you're supposed to trust in the Lord, man. All right,
What did he do, man? He implemented the jump shot to the whole world, man. And what is that doing, man? That's killing everybody, man.
That's right.
You had Israelites even promoting that, man. Men are supposed to know better, man.
That's right.
Trusting in their enemy, man. Telling them to go and put that jab in that needle in their arm, man. You know? And look, they done lifted up the they done lifted up the they done lifted it up. Yeah, they done lifted it up, and now everybody going to work, and they don't even have to take it anymore.
Oh, they lifted the restrictions. They took the restrictions. They took away the restrictions and let everybody go to work. And just to back you up, yeah, then they know how to get you. All right, what they do, they get your favorite celebrities. All right, they get the people that these people idolize to push it. Okay? I got something.
Also, that shows you, that also happened back in, well, it was prophecy too, but it also happened back in, what is it, the 1300s, when we reigned for 1,000 years, and what? We started to get Esau, and Esau started marrying into royal families, and then what? Jacob eventually fell with the Byzantine Empire. What? Esau was in a certain rulership's power, and what? Eventually we fell, and he got set up, which what? The Renaissance came in, all right?
Well, y'all can kind of see a small example now. That now the people that took the juicy juice, now they became enemy of the state now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Precept. This is Psalm 55 and 20. He put forth his hands against such as to be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. That's right, man. You know, hey, yeah, he act like everything is all good. You know, just what he wanted to. Even when he came over, he act like everything was all good. We taught him how to live, and what did he do? He got the way he wanted to destroy us, man. All right, this ain't blankets.
If you want to get
that's right, bro.
You're going to be warm, but you're going to get sick. I
You know?
brother. Shalom.
No, go ahead. You know, and that's what this devil does, man. All right, he'll come weeping, act like everything is all good. He's your friend, but really he's just feeling out a way to what? To destroy you, man.
Right.
All right, the scripture say, well, you sleep not unless he have done mischief, man.
Gone. And I believe that same scripture y'all were reading earlier, it speaks about he weepeth with the eye or something like that, right? Am I right? He hang his head, you know?
Crouching. Yeah, that's 12.
All right.
Yes, verse 11. Book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 11. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching.
And it's not a true humbleness he's talking about.
That's right, bro.
Right.
He just like,
Pseudo.
You know the Smithers, like that little weak doodle. So it's just, you know, it's just fake, man. All right, go ahead, man.
We get Robodo. That's right. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
It said beware, man. That means you got to take caution when you're approaching this devil.
That's right, bro.
All right, proceed with caution, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou
Hey, because I want to paint a scenario. I worked with in the corporate field, man, and they told me, they came to my desk one day and said, hey, Mr., you know, said my name, and said, this job you've worked has been made up. All right, so we're going to have to put you in a different position. All right, which made me get lower money. And then 2 months later, they hired another person with the same position I had before, man. All right in my face, man. So the scripture say never trust our enemy, man.
Right.
All right, he go crouching, though he coming too humbly, man. He got a whole deepest plan behind him, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
Suit the shit out there.
So land back with this brother knows. Hey, I'm a conspiracy theory with everything he said. I said, hey, they ain't do this. You think that's right? I'm on Jake all day and stuff like that. Hey, your numbers the same as my numbers? Because you can't trust this devil, man.
Yep, go ahead, brother.
It says, as if thou hast wiped looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether
wiped away.
All right, so he's still that same devil, man. That he never changes, man. The scripture say, can a leopard change his spots, so to speak, man? All right, so he can't change, man, who he is. He was created to be the wicked, and that's who he's going to be. And he's playing his role to the T, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
Let him be the wicked, man.
Go ahead.
It says, set him not by thee.
As an Israelite, man, you're not supposed to have these heathen nations intermingling with these heathen nations, man. All right? The scripture says you're not supposed to put pretty much a heathen over you, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
Dog shit.
That's right, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
We seeing why he didn't do that either today.
Oh yeah, bestiality.
It says, when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
So he's always that little backstabber. All the time they want to take your place. All right, because they're really after their birthright, man. That's right. All right, they're mad about that, man.
That's right.
They're spiritually mad about the birthright, man. That Jacob got, man.
They're trying to get it
They're
back.
trying to get it back. That's the water, Apostle. Go ahead, brother.
But they ain't gonna get it.
That's right.
Because it wasn't theirs to begin with. Oh, well, you know, Jacob, he stole the birthright. No, he didn't. It was his to begin with. Who art thou that replies against the Most High?
Go ahead, brother.
It says, let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
And that's what he's trying to do, man. Like they want that birthright back, man. But like the apostle said, they're not going to get it. That's right. But they're doing everything in their power to be that person, man. Yep. All right, go ahead.
It says, and thou at last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten when a serpent or any such as come nigh wild beast?
So if you know something is set up to destroy you, all right, why would you go that way, man? If you know that this is a rattlesnake and you go play with it and he bites you and you become poisoned, have to go to the hospital and get sick, man, that's on you, man.
Yeah.
Because you knew better. You knew this was a poisonous snake. Just like we know that they are the wicked.
Yeah.
So we supposed to keep our distance, man.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, brother.
You know you're stupid ass.
That's what you talked about, people who will go to a serpent. Somehow Eve can't get that. She goes to him all the time.
Yeah, because that's that Gardenian pact.
Yep. She can't get it.
She can't help it.
Back in Psalm 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
War was in his heart, man.
You have to, you have to go get, if you haven't gotten it, get the shot.
Right.
Get the shot. I mean,
If not for yourself, for others.
look at this. Oh, it's a free burger? Oh, you're telling me, there's a burger element to this?
Some fries? You get some free fries?
They went as low as to give weed out, man. Even though weed is illegal, all right, they still went to go to, hey, you can get some weed if you take this jab, man. Yep. All right, that's they knew they're promoting to who? You Israelites, man.
Yeah,
You know the Bible says love thy neighbor.
That's so. Hey, then you go up the street and smoke the weed and you get arrested.
That's right, man.
Hey, but they just gave it to me for taking the shot. Hey, it's against the law, buddy. Sorry, you should have waited till you got home.
Unrighteous
But he said, we start with the tribes.
Yep.
You Negroes,
Yeah.
Latinos, Native Americans.
How convenient,
You guys are the most
At risk.
vulnerable to this disease.
according to who?
You can't find that video anywhere. They scrubbed that video off.
Yeah, they scrubbed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you can't find
Can't
that.
find that.
Damn.
no more.
I hope somebody downloaded it.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. The word,
Because everything is an act of war with Esau, man. The scripture say the devil comes but to steal, kill, and to destroy, man. So everything in his path, man, he's going to lay waste, man. He means nothing, no good, man.
right?
All right, go ahead, brother.
His words were softer than oil, yet were there drawn swords.
Go ahead.
Cast thy,
Go ahead.
I was like, right, because they always come with that smooth talk. All right, and if you're not in the truth, you're going to fall for it like most of the world did. We just seen an example of it. All right? Hey, and that's another way to know that Great Millstone got the 100% truth because you had other camps telling camps to go out and take it.
Yep.
All right, and what does this devil do? All right, he had you take it, all right, and now he's fighting. Now they fighting against each other to say how fucked up it was from the beginning. All right, people coming out with all type of diseases, asthma, bronchitis, people having strokes, seizures.
That's right.
Heart attack, yeah, bro.
So when his words are smooth and butter, he has somebody in the back writing these beautiful, so-called beautiful speeches, man, to give to the public, man, using words that you can't have no understanding, but it sounds good going into because Esau works under witchcraft, man.
Yep.
Right.
And those words that he's using are to draw you in, man. All right, so they have witchcraft going on at the table while they're writing these these speeches, all right, to deliver to the public, man. To what? To do something to your brain, man, to make you grasp that message that he's trying to put out there, man. All right, go ahead. What scripture says?
Remember before the C-19, remember Biden told you Israelites that you weren't black if you didn't vote for him.
That's right. I was thinking that, man.
Yeah, he said you ain't black if you don't vote for him, you're not black.
And Jake should have been offended by that. But Jake joined right hand and went out and voted for him. You should have been literally offended by an Edomite telling you that you're not your race if you don't vote for his white ass.
But then you got a so-called black woman as the vice president. To lure you Jakes on in, man.
Oh, that quickly changed. She was African American all the way up to those votes were certified. Now she's Indian Asian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Precept.
Psalm 55 and 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved.
We're supposed to be trusting the Lord, man. As an Israelite, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, this is who this is for, man. Are you not supposed to put your trust in these other nations, man?
That's right, bro.
Everything that you do is supposed to be geared towards Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Everything, your every movement, your every aspect of life is geared towards the scriptures as an Israelite, man. All right? You filter everything through the scriptures, man.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
That goes back to earlier when you said too, I can tell you, I think it's Deuteronomy how we're not supposed to vote and put a heathen over.
I got you.
Hey, can I get this?
And the heathen even know that.
And if I may, hey, you pastors, y'all gonna pay too, man. All right, because what? Y'all wasn't trusting the Lord. Y'all was telling y'all congregation to go out there and get that juicy juice too, man. All right, y'all gonna pay too. Because you would lead the Lord's people astray, man, making them go get that juicy juice when there was nothing but abominations in it, man. It said that it was abominations in it. You had mega churches, you mega pastors pushing it right along with Esau, man. They were sitting right next to each other in church with masks on.
Yep.
All right, and then when they did the shutdowns, instead of them saying, all right, they try to sustain, they would say, hey, you're not a man of God and a man of the Lord if you don't give us your stimulus checks.
Damn.
They have parking lot ministry.
Yeah, bro. They got a Megatron out there. Jake outside with mad.
Yeah.
Watching the pastor from a remote location.
Sitting in their car.
Yeah, bro.
Pastor had Cash App and Zelle.
Yeah.
He had Cash App and Zales to people.
Oh, funny, man.
This is Jeremiah 4 and 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children.
I mean, stupid, man. The Israelites, man, the 2/3 are in a stupid, dumbed down state of mind, man.
Yep.
All right? They listen to Esau's propaganda, his witchcraft, and they run with it, man.
Yep.
All right? And that devil's out to destroy you, man. Go ahead, brother.
And they have none understanding.
No understanding of what? The scriptures, man. All right? They have no understanding of Yahweh Shai's laws, statutes, and commandments, man.
That's right, bro.
All right, go ahead.
Righteousness.
Right,
Period.
That's right, yo. Go ahead, brother.
They are wise to do evil.
Wise. They can chemically break down crack. They can tell you how much baking powder and water and soda to put into a pot and mix it up. All right. They're wise to do wicked. All right. They can do that. They can plot out how to break in somebody's house. Oh, they're gonna be leaving the house at 7 o'clock.
You have to
They
be there
won't
30
come back.
seconds before the alarm goes off.
Yes. Just a whole breakdown of how to be wicked, man. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, my new level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know how to rewrite your DNA, man. You know, they put the fluoride in the water, they put the chemtrails in the air. You know what I mean? They feed us. They know how to genetically modify the food. They do a lot of witchcraft, man. In order to tear you down genetically.
Like I say, look how Jake was taking them kids. They were stealing kids with USBs. They were showing you on YouTube how to do it. You break the collar, but you take the USB, you put it in, you turn it and hit the button, and you gone.
That's right. Why is to do wicked, man? Go ahead.
But to do good, they have no knowledge.
They have no knowledge. Hey, the Lord said don't commit adultery. Therefore, I was sleeping with somebody's wife, man. That's offense, right?
What? She went
All right. Hey, the Lord said don't eat pork, shrimp, lobster. Hey, they go out and make food boils, pork chop sandwiches, and everything else, man.
Gumbo.
To do good, they have no knowledge, though, man.
Bacon wrapped ham.
Man, that's right.
Bacon wrapped shrimp.
Bacon right. Bacon.
Cordon bleu.
And what's so crazy was when the world was in chaos with the juicy juice. Who was the number one thing Jake was doing on YouTube? Seafood damn boils, man. That's all you.
That look disgusting, man.
I saw that video about that bitch. Like she fat as a house now, but she was doing that seafood boil shit. Got rich up on YouTube.
Yep. Came out with her own sauce.
Yeah, came out with her own sauce.
They was more concerned with being wicked and trying to get to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, man.
That's okay. That's okay, because that's why the Lord about to bring a lot of death. It's like the Lord just smoked 10 million motherfuckers in Libya.
That's right.
And counting.
10,000, 11,000.
I mean, I said 10 million. Ooh, I'm hoping, I'm wishing big. Hey, 10,000 and counting. Hey, the Lord, millions of people might just drop dead. Hey, we at the point where the Lord is going to start killing people by the numbers. Don't you see what's happening? Hey, 2,000 people in Morocco, and everybody was like, ooh, shit. Then a week later, not even a week later, Libya, a half of a village gets washed away in Libya. 10,000 people gone. 20,000 still missing?
Yep. Then what happened to Hawaii? Not a month later, a volcano erupted in Hawaii.
So
that's going down.
Right now, ain't it?
It's going right now. You're right, bro.
Hey, these plagues and these things are coming upon the earth, and you wicked niggas still don't want to take heed, man.
That's right.
It goes right into the scriptures. I'm sorry. I'm here, brother. It goes right into 2nd and 16th chapter, man.
That's what I'm just calling.
Y'all still don't want to take heed with everything going on. That's why y'all gonna get destroyed, man. And rightfully so, goddamn demons.
That's right. That's right. Hey, when you die, I won't cry, nigga. Hey. That's all right.
Judgment.
I'm gonna clap my hands and stomp my feet. Hey, when the Lord start really murking you niggas, man. You know, because we need these Keishas, these big shutters. We need them to get killed.
That's right.
Hey, we need these weak sent niggas. We need them to get killed.
That's right.
You know, a lot of people just need to be out the fucking way.
That's right, man.
Too much wickedness.
Right. This whole country just needs to be on fire.
That's right.
It will.
And that's what the scriptures say gonna happen.
That's right.
We ain't got no nuclear missiles.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't say we're a threat. We're terrorists. We don't have no arsenal. But we're saying the Lord said these things is gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
And eventually it's gonna happen.
That's right.
He created the waste to destroy.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 17. And
Bring it out.
Can we start 14?
14.
That's what I'm saying about fire.
Okay. Verse 14. And it reads, Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Verse 15. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out.
Should not be put out. So America is going to be, this place is going to be totally annihilated, man. Right. Wiped off the face. All right. Nothing's going to live here but desert creatures, man. All right. Everything that you see is going to be wiped totally away, man. And rightfully so, man, because this place is a cesspool of wickedness, man. All right. Everything that's promoted is, you can do whatever you want in this place, Babylon the Great, man. You could go marry a ceiling fan if you want to, man.
Damn.
This is where we live at, man. You can do whatever you want, man. Go ahead, bro.
They make rings for that?
Become whatever you want.
Somebody get Isaiah 9:19.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out
It's not going to be put out. Go ahead.
till it consume the foundation of the earth.
That's right, man. So this place is going to be destroyed, man. And this is in the scriptures, man. Thus said Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
So the Lord is going to put out the plagues, man. The scripture says he's going to start to visit the world that he made, man.
That's right.
Through the plagues, man. The famines, the pestilences, all right, the earthquakes, all right, different measures of destruction and judgment all over the face of the earth, man.
That's right, bro.
All right, and the Lord is willing and dealing right now, man. Like the elder just brought out a little earlier, the people in Morocco, all right, Libya, and
yeah.
Morocco with the earthquake. Even in Indianapolis, man, you wake up, it'd be like mass shootings out here. 4 or 5 people a night getting shot in one place, and this is every day, man.
Judgment.
Judgment from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Go ahead,
Let's
elder.
not forget about the one infamous stabber, dude.
Yeah, the girl elder, the boss called him the stabber. The stabber is back, man. Just stabbing people, man.
Oh, the stabber back?
No.
Where's Mose?
We just had to stop forget about him, you know.
Yeah, the
He just got a whole
stabber.
coat.
This nigga stabbed people for 3 years and didn't get caught.
Just going around just poking people, man.
Hey, he stabbed somebody right up here by the federal building. Right downtown and dipped off. Some ninja. That's a ninja in Indianapolis stabbing people.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 16 again. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Yeah, also, and that shows you that the missiles are not going to miss, man.
That's right.
They're going to hit their target, like it says in the book of Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, the first chapter. Right? And also, in spirit, because I wanted to say this when we was talking about the missiles, but the spirit brought it back again. China, I don't know if it was this summer or if it was last summer, China had basically shot a test missile, but what made it so epic is most missiles that shot through the North Pole on down. China successfully shot a missile going through the South Pole on down. So now that was like unheard of. They was like, damn, we didn't even know missiles could go that way. So that's why they were fronting. It was fronting all through that summer. You know, that it was unheard of shooting a missile going through the South Pole to hit its target. Usually missiles are shot in the air going towards the north. But China successfully did it from the south. So it shows you what missiles going to come from all different directions.
No, you're right. Hey, because most of the land masses are in the north. In the north, you know. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, China was celebrating that. They were like, yeah, you know, and we know why they were celebrating. They said, fuck with us now. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 17. Verse 17. And it reads, Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
That's Ezra's talking, man. That proves reincarnation, man.
God.
All right, because he's saying, woe is me, who will deliver in these days. Because he's watching, he's looking at what's going on. All right, in these times that we're in right now, man.
Hey, Habakkuk said, when he saw the destruction, he said, you know, that he may be protected in that day. I forget exactly how he worded it. You got it.
This is Isaiah 8, starting at 18. Or Salakia, 9, starting at 18. Isaiah 9, starting at 18. For wickedness burneth as a fire. It shall devour the birds and the thorns, and shall kindle in the thickles.
Where you at?
18. I'm coming down to the 19. Of the thorns. And they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke.
Woo, it's gonna mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Go ahead.
Through the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah of hosts, is the land darkened.
The land is gonna be darkened. Go ahead.
And the people shall be as fuel of the fire.
And the people gonna be as the fuel of the fire.
No man shall spare his brother.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to help nobody.
That's right, bro.
Hey, the scripture say the people are gonna be as the fuel of the fire. Right. You know, because this fire that's coming, it's going to devour moisture. Wherever fire finds moisture, it absorbs it. Yeah, that's the thing. Fire absorbs moisture.
Yep.
You know, that's why some fires you can throw water on and it explode.
That's right.
Yeah, it's even gonna get that dude that was running down the street doing the fruit cup strut.
Like a reindeer.
Damn.
That's why the scriptures say what? It's gonna consume them on their feet. It's gonna devour their tongue out of their mouth and their eyes out of their hole. Why? Because that's moisture. That's what the moisture is.
Right.
Because fire gonna hit that. Fire gonna hit. Oh shit! It's gonna dry that up.
Fuel for the fire.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be missile meat. Missile food. Yep.
Yep.
You got it.
You done with that, Elder?
That was it.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, and raise up against me a destroying wind. I will send unto Babylon fanners, and they shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against round about. All right? You know, fanners, man, the Lord gonna send them fanners, man, go, hey, as that brother was just talking about with that fire, when you add oxygen to a fire, it brings it out more. I like the Elder Hashimiyah was just saying earlier, like when you on that grill, your coals start to die out, you start hitting it with a little bit of air, you start seeing that red fire. All right, the fire starts to increase, it starts to get hotter and hotter, man. That's what's gonna happen to this place, man.
Even when you blow that incense, man, when you blow the tip, that fire gets real red, man.
I was talking about the destroying winds, man.
Raise your voice up, bro.
They're talking about the destroying winds, which is the thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, pertaining back to Revelation, the 7th chapter, man. The Lord got the angels holding back the four winds, man. And it said what that they're surrounded all about, man. Which goes into the scriptures that the great whore shall be hated. You know, the enemy is going to camp about her, man. And they're all going to send missiles at this slut. That's right. You know?
That's right.
Verse 3.
And it's fitting that it should be burnt that way, because that's what you did with a harlot. You would burn a harlot.
God, that's right.
And that was the daughter of a priest. America claims to be the people of the Most High, the upholders of the truth. So you being a harlot, so you're gonna be burnt like a harlot.
Woo. Verse 3. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow against him that lifteth himself up in his bitter gate, and spare ye not her, young man, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. All right? So, hey, this place is going to be destroyed, man. It says it spared nothing. Hey, so you people think, oh, well, I'm going to be able to run in my bunkers. Hey, like they said, like, right now they said that the number of so-called elites and celebrities are doubling down on their bunkers, refortifying their bunkers. Oh, we're gonna make this stronger. We're gonna dig a few extra feet. You know, hey, if you see some of these bunkers, they're elaborate. They got one with pools and windows you can see outside, and water forever and all that. Hey, we coming for that. We coming for that.
Well, anything in America is gonna be done.
Yeah, they'll just say everything here is going to be totally. If you ain't on the chariot, man, it's over with, man.
Somebody get Amos 9 and 2.
They're gonna be their tombs. They building them gonna be your fucking grave.
That's right, man.
Hey.
Let the rocks fall on us.
Yeah. Hey, the rock, and that's what the rock's gonna do, and they gonna be able to get out the doors. They're gonna be like, oh, we can't get out. Hey, when your bunker door is covered with tons of ashes, then how the fuck you gonna lift the door up?
That's right.
You know, so hey, eventually, nigga, you gonna run out of food.
But in America, that's gonna be your grave.
Yeah.
So y'all got that Amos 9. You got it.
You're gonna be through.
Whoever got it, bring it out.
So 9 and 2. Yep. Amos 9, verse 2. And it reads, though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them.
Boom, that's the missile.
Hold on, hell? I thought hell was a place place you run forever.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold it now.
Though they climb up to heaven, thence I will bring thee down.
Yep.
That's the space stations.
This happened in the 1960s.
Yep.
That's why I bring you down. So when you started your space station program in the 1960s, guess what? That's when the Lord started to what? Bring you down. That's when it went. That's around the time that the knowledge started to flourish. All right? Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send hunters.
So right now we're in that fishing process. Right now, the scripture says what? Bring forth fruit, meat, worthy of repentance. You know? So as long as we're out here on the highways and byways making videos and teaching the elect, we're fishing. All right? But it's going to be a time, but guess what? The doors are going to close just like in the days of Noah.
Yep.
And guess what? That's your ass, Mr. Postman.
That's right, bro.
That's it.
Wait a
And because
minute, Mr. Postman.
just as in the days of Noah, where they were marrying, giving in marriage, they were chilling, just like the world doing right now. Hey, the only people who on the square is the man of the Lord.
Hey, and it tells you in Revelation 18, as you read further down, that the go ahead, bring it out.
What verse would you like to?
You can start at 20.
This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the power hath avenged you on her.
You got it? Keep on. Keep going.
And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
No more at all. Nothing here. Not an inhabitant. Not a stone or nothing upon each other. Yeah, I mean, that was talking about back then, 70 AD, you know, dealing with the temple, you know. But go ahead, bro.
Verse 22, and the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard, no more at all ending.
That's this lousy music that they got playing. Go ahead.
And no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be,
Workers.
shall be found any more ending.
Go ahead.
And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all ending.
No more working. Go ahead.
Verse 23, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Go ahead.
And the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Like in the days of Noah, they shall be eaten, marrying, given in marriage.
That's right.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and boom. So all that shit's gonna stop. The mirth of the land is gonna cease. You can finish that out, brother. Y'all got it.
Put it back in that. Go ahead, brother.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
And that goes into pharmakia, which goes back into your drugs. You know, you got it.
Propaganda.
And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth.
This place got a lot to pay for. That goes hand in hand with all the scriptures we were reading earlier. But y'all got it. Y'all got it.
A lot to pay for, like the apostle just said, man.
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them.
Right, so yeah, after you was going to say something, go ahead.
I was going to finish it out.
So yeah, after the fishing is done, when the gates is closed and the elect is sealed, then guess what? That's when the fishers are going to become hunters, man. All right? And what's the hunting for? To exterminate and eradicate all of the rest of life that's going to be on this place, man.
Yep, that's right.
Yep, go ahead.
And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill.
Right, so you got brothers who said what? Hey, them clefts, it's going to talk about the cleft and rock. Look here.
and out of the holes of the rocks.
Right. So yeah. So the bunkers that you're in, man, you're gonna get hunted out of those, man. All right.
Yep.
And you Edomites, you're gonna get shackled up and thrown right into slavery.
That's right.
You got it.
Okay. For my eyes are upon all their ways; they are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. So everything that y'all doing, that y'all think that y'all getting away with, the Lord is watching. He's seeing what you're doing. All right, you're going to pay for the things that you're doing and the things that you have done, and that's just the end of it. It's plain and simple.
That's it.
Don't think that you hiding.
That's right.
And then you want to put yourself on the pedestal and think that you are God, and there is no other God with thee. And the Lord, how about some y'all going to show you there's only one God.
Woo!
That's right, bro.
And it ain't no Jehovah God either.
That's right.
It's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's it. Then y'all be trying to hide yourself from the Most High, thinking that you don't see the things that you have done, man, and that you are doing. Amen. He see it.
But see, the Lord is really, he's lifting their skirt up though.
Yep.
So their secrets and the things that they're doing are being exposed on a worldwide basis, man.
Yep.
So when the Lord brings His judgment, the scriptures say that great man, the sin is going to be revealed. We're going to know who he is, man.
Right.
We're going to know that Edom, Esau, Edom is the wicked, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man, without a doubt.
Yeah.
That the destruction that's going to come is well deserved, man.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Just
bro.
like that devil.
Hell yeah.
Come in peace.
The world's gonna see your mangina.
That's right.
Hey, man, that's why, hey, man, now's the time, now's the high time to wake up out of sleep, man, because our salvation is so near, man. All right? You niggas and Latinos, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, y'all gonna be burnt up with Esau, man, if y'all don't let go of the ways of this filthy world, man.
Precept.
It's going to be a time where you're going to want to be, and you're going to want to do right, and you're going to want to serve the Lord.
Yep.
But the Lord is going to turn his back on you, man. It's in the scriptures how the Lord, what it say, your sins have
Reached
what's that? Between you and your God have separated between you and your God, and He has hid His face from you. And that's gonna happen again. Your sins are separating between you and the Lord, and when the time of trouble comes, what's gonna happen? He's gonna hide His face from you. He's not gonna hear your reply. He's not gonna hear your
cries.
Your cries, your prayers, your calls for help. He's not gonna hear that. It's gonna be like sweet music in his ear. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be like a tune. The Lord's gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Hey, when you in pain and anguish,
Oh
hey, the Lord is gonna laugh, bro.
yeah. At your calamities.
He said, this shall they call upon me, and I will not hear them, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, because y'all gonna call upon the Lord in those times, the Lord not gonna want to hear y'all, man.
Yep.
All right, because what? Y'all didn't take heed when y'all had liberty to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father and do the things that's required by the Lord, man.
That's right. I got some precepts.
Right.
Go ahead, brother. Read.
This is Isaiah 59:2. It said, "But your iniquities have separated between you and your power."
Your iniquity, your continuation of sin.
Oh yeah.
Your lack of discipline to do better, to do right. Your constant dismissal of the prophets. You're watching us for entertainment. In a time of trouble, all that's gonna cease. Then when the day comes where you really need an answer, then the Lord gonna draw His men back.
That's right.
And then you're gonna be running everywhere looking for the prophets of the Lord, but they not gonna be nowhere to be found.
That's right.
Because in the day where you had liberty, like the brother said, when you had liberty, you choose not. Go ahead, bro.
It says, "But your iniquities have separated between you and your power, and your sins have hid His face from you, that He will not hear."
Yep, and He's not gonna hear you in this time either. If you keep on sinning, you keep on doing wickedly. The Bible say the wages of sin is death.
That's right, bro.
So that should put a fear in you to find out how not to sin.
That's right.
But people don't want to find out how not to sin, because why? Because they're drunken off this philosophy of this world, man.
Yeah,
They're drunken off this Babylon juice.
Reset.
Reset.
They rather back in the time where our people didn't want to hear what was that? Who's Samuel? They didn't want to hear what he had to say. He said, "Oh, give us a king.
Yep.
Give us a king. We don't." We want a king like the other nations.
That's simple. Yep.
You know? And they got that same mindset now. They don't want to hear what the prophets of the Lord got to say. Right. So when the time of judgment comes, keep that energy.
We want Esau.
Keep that energy. Hey, when the Lord starts snatching you niggas up and thrusting you into war, keep that energy. When you see your children starving, keep that energy, nigga. Right. You want to be a nigga, this is the end of the nigga's role. So keep that energy when it ain't no mercy for you.
That's right.
Because we're not out here to put on a show. We don't give a fuck about being seen by you goddamn demons. Right. We don't care. We don't care about self-glory. We out here proclaiming what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua told us to do.
Right.
Okay? And mainly the love of the Lord and the love of our people, man, the elect of our people.
That's right.
Dig it.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and 23. It says, turn you at my reproof.
Start at 20. Get all that meat off that bone.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. It says, wisdom cries without. She utters her voice in the streets. She cries in the chief place of concourse in the opening of the gate.
Hey, this is wisdom speaking out here. Right. These are learned men. These are men that are blessed with the Spirit of the Lord to break down the book. You know, go ahead.
In the city, she uttered her words saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
No, in the building. In the building, right? That's what it said. What did it say?
It says, she uttered her words saying. In the city, she uttered her words saying.
Look in the background. We in the city.
That's right.
The city.
Go ahead.
How long will you simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Yeah, how long you gonna love being simple? How long you gonna love being this man's dummy? This man's monkey? This man's flunky? How long you gonna love uplifting other people and making them rich while you struggle from check to check?
Reset.
It says, and scorners delight in scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Only a fool hate knowledge, especially the knowledge of the Lord. That's the only knowledge.
Yep.
But a fool will hate righteousness, man.
Yep.
You know, because it's not in them to commit righteousness. And you tell her, you can't, all that I'm gonna do me spirit. You know, the Lord's gonna judge that, man. The Lord's gonna deal with that, because if you're gonna do you, what is the Lord gonna do?
He gonna do him.
Yep.
He gonna do you, and the Lord gonna do him, and he gonna do you.
Yeah, he gonna do you. If you gonna do you, he gonna do you too, and he gonna do you dirty. I'll do you bad. Go ahead.
Right, bro.
Because Papa don't take no mess.
That's right. It says, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
Woo! The Lord made known his words unto us. And what are we doing? We're proclaiming his words on the street.
That's right, bro.
Hey, the Lord made known this book unto us, and we're not trying to hide it for our own self-gain, for our own self-worth. It's not about us. It's about uplifting the Lord. Right. So this is a free labor, a work of love that we're doing. So because the Lord loves his people, his elect. So the Lord sent his servants out there to warn the people. And whether you hear or forbear, that's on you.
That's right.
You know, at the end of the day, when judgment comes, then you're gonna want to cry out to the Lord and say, Lord, whatever God out there can hear me. When we've been out here every week, we've been putting up videos. There's videos going up every day. Every day. I don't even have every GMS page on my account, but it's videos going out every day.
Round the clock.
So you can't say in that time, well, Lord, I didn't know. Because the Lord is about to come with a strong arm of judgment, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, people, it's going to get scary out here.
All right.
Go ahead, bro.
It's to the point where they're going to be no excuses. What? You even got videos going out in different languages.
Woo.
Yep.
All across the world.
Different countries.
Yep.
In people's native language, these videos are going out, man. Right, even got brothers that do the videos in the side.
No excuses.
Verse 24. This is because I have called and ye refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Hey, this is the Lord stretching out his hand, sending his servants out to prophesy. to proclaim his words, to teach the truth and righteousness, man. Rightly dividing the word of truth. Go ahead.
But you have set at naught all my counsel.
You said no to all of his counsel.
Yep.
You know, you said no to all of his counsel.
Right, bro.
Even though you wasn't, you wasn't. These people right here, they're not designated to give us anything, but their ears. But they don't want to do that. So when the time comes when you're gonna want to hear something, the Lord is gonna remove us. Go ahead.
They don't consider it.
And none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Hey, so that means when you dying on the street, when you starving to death, hey, and when you go out to call on the Lord, He gonna be laughing at your ass. You know, hey, well, that means when martial law troops raping you up the butt, and you go to call on the Lord, He gonna be laughing at you, man.
He gonna say, call on the gods that you pray to.
Yeah, nigga. Call on money, nigga.
Call on Esau.
Call your job.
Call your woman.
Call your bank.
Call them Jordans.
Yeah. Hey, call that Hemi. Call that Hellcat out there. Call your woman. Don't call me. Because everybody want to call on everything that can't save them right now. You know? Go ahead. Was it more to that?
There's something.
Go ahead, read.
This is 1 Samuel, chapter 7 and 8. According to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee.
Yeah, hey, read that over, Baba Kushah. Take your time.
This is 1 Samuel, chapter 8 and 8, Salakia. Okay. According to all the works which they have done since the days that I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me.
They have forsaken the Lord, man. And the Lord, and hey, this is mercy. Us being out here is the Lord showing you mercy.
God.
You know, because ain't nobody doing something for nothing. Everybody's doing something for something. You know? But we're not asking y'all for nothing but an ear. And we're not even asking you nothing but to listen, but to take heed. But Jake don't want to do that. Go ahead.
And serve other gods.
And here it is. We understand the scripture, so we see everything that we're saying. We see it coming, full-fledged. We see the danger like storm clouds in the distance. You know when a bad storm is coming. When you look in the distance and it's dark, you be like, "Oh shit, it's about to get bad out here." That's how the prophets are looking at prophecy, barreling down on this place, man. We see this storm coming, and we trying to tell people, look, it's a storm coming. It's about to get bad.
Get your umbrellas.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go
Run
ahead.
for shelter. Run for cover.
That's why the other name is seers.
Yep, seers, the prophets who call seers. Go ahead.
So do they also unto thee.
So do they also unto thee, man.
Oscar one.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 20. It said, assemble yourselves and come. Draw near together, yet that are escaped of the nations, they have no knowledge that set up the wood of their graven image and pray unto a God that cannot save.
Ooh, they pray into a God that cannot save. They got all these images, they got all this stuff in front of them in the true power. So the Lord is going to eventually do what? He's going to leave them to their devices.
Right.
The Lord is going to leave these people to their own devices, man. And it's going to be your own device that's going to get you destroyed.
Like the book of Ezra, the Lord said, you have not forsaken me, you have forsaken your own selves.
Yep.
Talking to our people.
Yep.
You know? So Christianity is these niggas' device, you know?
Yep.
What else?
Muslim.
Take us into?
Muslim.
Yeah. Islam, you know?
Yep. Kemet.
We just read Isaiah 2,
you know?
second chapter Isaiah.
The ancestors.
Yeah, the answer. They dead for a reason. They ass wasn't right.
Yeah. Hey, if they're the gods, why didn't they just keep living? Go ahead.
Precept. This is the book of Judges, chapter 10, beginning at verse 13, and it reads, Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more.
Hey, if you have forsaken the Lord and served other gods, and even everybody, the Bible say time and chance happen to all of us. If you ride past and see the prophets out here, then that was your time and your chance. If the Spirit compelled you to get out the car and you didn't, then hey, that was your chance. Go ahead.
Verse 14, Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation.
Let those other gods that you've chosen deliver you. You know, let them save you. You know, because you didn't choose to fear the Lord. You know, so hey, what you gonna have to lean on?
That broken staff.
That's right. That's it. We just brought that out. God, see your broken staff. See?
That's it.
Yeah, because in God we trust, man. That dollar is going to collapse. All right? And then what, man?
It's spiritual because the word dollar means to fall.
So all this trust you putting into something that the Lord is going to destroy, man.
Yeah, because you know what? This spirit, because I was dwelling on that earlier, Jacob's willing to do anything for money. Yeah. These niggas is willing to, the bag is all you hear about, niggas talking about the bag.
That's
the
their
bag.
God.
Like, today, almost fucking lost it, man. Because Jake don't have a standard for nothing, man. Jake don't give a hell, long as it's about money.
Yep.
Jake doesn't have a standard for anything,
That's
man.
their religion.
I'm like, I was rich, I was wishing on outside, man, I wish this shit would just crash.
Hey, remember Yahweh I said, you cannot serve the Most High and Mammon.
Yep.
They serving Mammon. You gonna either gonna serve the Lord or you gonna serve Mammon.
I'm like, man, I wish that shit would just crash fucking today, bro.
Isa coming.
All right, with that, we hope this lesson was edifying for the body. Once again, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom. Shalom. Abab. Kwam Yashirala.
Kwam Yashirala. To the elect.
Shalom to you sincere, to the elect Akim and Aqua on the comment board.
Shalom.
Fucking nigga.